Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now, Sunday roast. Everybody loves a Sunday roast, don't they? Well, it's Friday today, but we're going to have a Sunday roast. Not just a normal Sunday roast, we're going to have an all frozen Sunday roast. Yes, all frozen. I don't buy all frozen when I'm doing a Sunday roast because I think basically Sunday roasts, you got to put a bit of effort into them. When I do them off camera, it'll take me a while because you've got everything right, because I think it's like the epicenter of your meal for the week. That's what I think anyway. But today, I've been to Iceland and I've been to Tesco, got myself all frozen gear, and we're going to do one today. Now, I want you to let me know whether you think it's going to be worth it or whether it's going to be a rip-off. So, let me show you what I got. First off, the meat. We've got an extra large pork crackling joint with salt and pepper. 1 kg. There it is, guys. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Frozen, obviously. That was £6, that was. I'm not going to tell you the price of everything. I'm going to tell you the price at the very end. We've got some McCain's triple cooked roasters, deliciously basted in beef dripping for crispiness. We've got some cauliflower florets, tender stem broccolis, Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings, some shredded cabbage, and some Aunt Bessie's stuffing balls. So, all frozen, as I said, going to be nice and simple. First thing we want to do is the joint of beef, joint of pork anyway, guys. So, just take all your gear off. I've got my oven warming up already. It takes 2 hours. Fan assisted 180, gas mark 6. That's what it takes. The thing I find with frozen is the seasoning before it gets in it. So I'm hoping this is going to be alright. So we're going to get that straight into the oven on a tray. And that's going to go in for 2 hours. Next will be the roast potatoes. I've never really done frozen roast potatoes. I have done them like on the channel, but I haven't really done them properly like in the oven and that. So I just want to check how long they take. Deep tray with no holes, 5 minutes. Spread the roast single layer, about 35 to 40 minutes I take. As long as I know, I put all the rest in the freezer until that's virtually done. Then we'll get the roasters in, then we'll prepare the veg. Okay guys, that pork has been in an hour and a half. And to be honest, it looks very fatty. So, we're going to start on the good old roast potatoes. What I'm going to do, pan's already in the oven heating up. I'm going to put a bit of lard in there. Because you want a bit of oil, don't we? So, we'll get the pan out. We'll get a bit of lard in. I will show you the meat at the end. But it's not looking the best, to be honest. Bit of lard or bit of oil. I say most people do them in the air fryer, don't they? But I do like to do roasters and all that in the oven. Let's get that lard in to heat up. Let's get them open. Now with our roast potatoes that we make, we like to have big ones, we do. I use jacket spuds. Now these ain't the biggest. Some big ones, some small ones. They look, to be honest with you, like offcuts of potatoes to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, we'll wait for the old fat to warm up. Let's get the fat out. I don't know whether you're supposed to put fat in. Well, I presume you do in the oven anyway. You should always put fat on your roaster, shouldn't you? Look, they're not very good, are they, guys? Some of them are really tiny, look. I'm not too impressed with them to start with. Anyway, we're going to get them in for like 40 minutes. I'll get the meat out in about half hour. Okay, time to get the meat out. Yeah. There it is. Don't look the best, does it, guys? Anyway, we're going to get it out of the foil, wrap it in some foil and leave that sitting there. Let's get it out. Yeah. It's crunchy. We will wrap it up and keep it warm. And I'm going to use that same tray to put the good old stuffing balls on. And they've got to go in for like 25 minutes. We'll have a quick look at them. Usually make my own. There they are, look. It says 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stuffing balls. Let's get them in. I'll turn the roasters over while I'm doing it as well. I have been turning the roasters. Broccoli stems in there with a good old cabbage. And I'm going to put my cauliflower in some water. I've got some vegetable stock to do my broccoli in and that, so I can do my gravy in that as well then. We will get that just kind of boiling. Hot water's in there already. It's going to get that boiling and I'm going to salt it. And the Yorkshire puddings, which go in for the last 5 minutes, don't they? Let me just show you, Aunt Bessie's. There they are. How many get in here? 10. 10 golden ones, guys. They take a few minutes, don't they? Get all them in there. So we just simmer them, they don't take long at all. With some cabbage. Bit more cabbage than that. There we go. We'll get the lid on them, let them simmer. And the same with the cauliflower. That'll do us, guys. I'll get the Yorkshire puddings in and then we're ready to dish up. Okay, guys, everything is done. I wrapped it all in foil just to keep it warm while I was setting everything up and that. Right, let's have a look. The roast potatoes. And the stuffing. The meat. And it is quite juicy, that meat is, to be honest with you. You don't get a lot, though. And the crackling. The Yorkshire puddings. The broccoli and cauliflower. The good old cabbage. And my gravy, which has got bits of cabbage in there and bits of broccoli. Oh, yes. So, what do you reckon, guys, for frozen? Well, I'll dish up, I'll get up my table, and I'll tell you how much it cost me. Sweating, ain't we, Bab?
It's hot in here.
It's hot when you got that oven on. I'll fly again. I'm sick of these flies, so I really am. Anyway, what do you reckon, guys? A frozen dinner. Let's get some gravy on. I'll put more gravy on first, because that looks loads of gravy, don't you, Bab?
Yeah.
There's more, loads more in there anyway, so.
Okay, thank you.
There.
Darling.
And the crackling. Oh, yeah. So, for the price. Now, I say I don't buy frozen when I do me some dinners. I cook it all fresh. So let me tell you how much this cost me. This cost me £18.35. That's what it cost me, guys. If you buy it fresh from Aldi, the whole lot, even the pork, it cost me £13.50 or something like that.
Wow.
It's like a fiver cheaper when you buy fresh. You wouldn't believe that, would you?
No, you wouldn't have thought that.
Mad, ain't it?
Wow.
So people say frozen, oh, you got to do a bit more preparation. There's no preparation involved in this. You got to do more preparation when you're doing a homemade, but it's a fiver cheaper. The pork I buy from Aldi, which is nice, it only cost me like £6.50, and you get I think it's a 1.8 kg or something. Varies in sizes, goes up to about £7, depending on how big it is.
Oh, sorry.
Your potatoes, just get some baking spuds. They're like 25p each or something. 4 of them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Broccoli is about 145 for the stems. The cauliflower is probably most expensive. It's 120 something, but it's still cheaper than that. You know what I mean?
I would have thought it was the other way around.
I would have thought it would have been a lot. Yeah. When I bought it all, I thought it's quite expensive. That is.
Mm.
People say buy frozen, it's cheaper. It's not. It's not. Yeah, you could probably buy your Yorkshires and that for £1. You know, them 50p ones, whatever, got, but they're really flat, ain't they? So it goes to show you, doesn't it? Anyway, it's all about the taste now. I'll go with this old pork as the crackling. Crunchy, you can hear it. That ain't bad. It's quite salty, the pork, but that ain't bad, you know. For £6.
Yorkshire puddings ain't bad neither.
Yorkshire puddings ain't bad.
No.
Yeah, but these Yorkshire puddings was, I think it was £2.50 or something for these Yorkshire puddings for 10. Well, you buy yourself some eggs for 149 or 145.
But I'm just trying to like for frozen.
A bit of flour.
Yeah. You're trying these potatoes.
A bit of milk. You got them. Yeah, try them roasters, Bab.
No.
No.
I'm too spoilt there because of
my roasters, aren't
because
you?
your roast potatoes and
you
Yorkshire
bought up on
puddings.
these, weren't you? You didn't like them, did you?
No, yeah.
They never had a proper cooked roasters, did you?
When I was at France, bless her. Yeah. Because she's
the old days.
Yeah, she always used to do like frozen.
They're all right. They're not bad, but they're not like homemade.
No, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I'm spoilt with your homemade Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes. I'm going to try
stuff. It looks as dry as a you know what. It's got a flavour.
That is quite salty, isn't it?
What, the pork, yeah. Which is a salt and pepper one though.
Oh gosh, that is a bit.
They are very dry then.
It's
stuffings.
nice. It's not.
But they got a flavour.
I'm trying this cabbage.
Yes, I'll go this cabbage. I haven't had this frozen cabbage before.
Oh no.
No?
Got water in your mouth. Oh no, don't like that.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? It's like water.
It's like water.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go, guys. Let me know what you think about that value. £18. I think it's £18.35. I worked it out at. I was quite shocked with that. Compared to home, which is like £13.50 or something. Let me know whether you buy frozen or whether you just buy something off the frozen. You know what I mean? Because my idea is if you're buying a fresh meat, a pork for £6.5, £7 from Aldi, and you're putting it in the oven, while it's cooking, you might as well make the rest of your stuff. Because the oven's on anyway, so you're waiting for your meat. That's the way I look at it anyway. So anyway, guys, there we go. Paella tomorrow. First time I'm going to try paella tomorrow. Never made one before.
That was so nice.
I'm looking forward to that. So guys, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Let me know what you think for value. Till the next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.